We're here in Pleasant Grove at a company called Taproot Soda. They've been in business for about 2 years, and they are committed to making soda for you from the finest ingredients. They give back to nonprofits. They want good vibes only. We can't wait to get a little bit of this beautiful effervescent flavor of Taproot Soda in our mouths. So Mike D's waiting for us. Let's go meet him, should we? Mike D.
What's up,
How
Katie?
are you?
I'm well, and you?
I'm doing really well. It's so great to
Awesome.
meet you.
Well, thanks for coming in.
We're so excited to be here. Now, I've promised the audience that you're going to give us a sneak peek at how the magic is made with Taproot.
You bet. We're creating a batch right now if you guys want to come back and check it out.
We do.
All right.
Let's do it.
This is Jason. Jason is our production manager. He is the master of fizz.
Okay, so you are Dr. Fizz. What are you brewing up today?
Today we're making a lemongrass ginger with organic, real ingredients.
You guys do this lemongrass ginger, but then do you offer any other kinds of flavors?
Yeah, we have a lemongrass ginger, lemon lime lavender, and a blackberry mint. And we'll be launching a root beer, which we're really excited about.
I mean, Utah loves root beer, right? Talk to me a little bit about what we've got going on.
So I've got the organic lemongrass and some organic ginger. I just cut it up into smaller pieces and then steep it for about a half hour, kind of like making tea.
Is it you that's coming up with all of the ingredients and all of the recipes and things like that, or like is it a collective? Because it's the two of you and also Jade, who is your third partner in Taproot.
So I'm in charge of doing all the recipe development and production, but then we all sit down, try it, and they've got a lot of great input.
What we're making right now is super, super, super small batch, but you guys are gonna take me to where sort of the beautiful steeping happens on a massive level. Is that right?
Yeah.
Lead
Let's
the way.
go.
Lead the way, gentlemen. Between the cutting and the ingredient preparation, what's going on, Jason, that gets us to here?
So after the lemongrass and ginger steeps, I have a wine press, and I press the ginger and lemongrass, and then add the honey to it.
So honey, no sugar.
This recipe has no sugar. It's sweetened with 100% raw honey.
We've pressed it down, we've got all the concentration, and then we bring it to these, I mean, these almost look like beer vats.
That's correct, yeah. These are used in breweries to produce beer.
How long does the brew stay in here for, the fizzy?
Yeah, so in here, usually leave it for about 48 hours. And then carbonate it. Giving it that time to sit in there helps the soda to just kind of blend and equal out.
Okay, so it sits in there for 48 hours, and then you add the carbonation, and then how long does it stay in there carbonated before you actually can it?
For up to a week or more. Usually we carbonate it the day before we can it.
So what we'll do is we'll come up here and grab a little bit from the sample port. This gives us the ability to test for any metrics, any sugar levels, make sure we're producing consistent batches.
Smells so good.
It also just gives us a chance to hydrate and enjoy ourselves. So what we're tasting is what Jason was just cutting up. You're gonna find notes of that ginger, lemongrass, honey.
This is extraordinary. It's effervescent, it's light, but it's so refreshing. Just like that kiss of honey, you can just taste it on the end of the palate. After this process, that's really where the magic happens. You guys are gonna can, and how many batches do you typically run, or how many cans come in a batch?
So at this point, this batch has probably spent 2 or 3 days being created. It's sitting here, it's ready to be packaged.
Well, we won't delay the process of canning any further. I cannot wait to be walked through that process. All right, Mike, so you've got this huge pallet of empty cans.
That empty pallet is being taken row by row on what we call a shaker table.
Okay.
So that comes on the table, it shakes, as the name would denote,
Nice.
slowly getting those cans down to that chute where we want them to.
And that's why it spins around?
Yep.
Okay.
That chute is spinning them around, getting them upside down,
Okay.
so that they can be sprayed with sanitizer, making sure only good soda's going in. Then that sanitizer drips out, then we go through the next stop. So then it hits that conveyor. They're waiting in line.
This is the money shot, right? You've got the nozzles that drop in.
Exactly.
So they're dropping in, they're filling
thinner ones are just degassing it. So we're trying to get rid of all that oxygen. They're just going to send a little blanket of CO2 in that's slowly lifting up and lifting out that oxygen layer.
And then we're seeing 3 nozzles.
With product.
Okay, and then that's the foam that's coming out the top, the carbonation.
Yep, all the carbonation, all the soda. Then once it senses that it's full, it's gonna stop that, it's gonna move them on. We're gonna put lids on top of that as soon as possible.
And just like delicately sets the lids on.
Yep.
And then it moves it to like a spinner.
So you've got a lid, you've got the can, but they're just kind of hanging out with each other. The seamer's gonna unite them permanently, seam that, and seal it so that the can's ready to go. Shoots it out, down back to the conveyor. It's gonna go and get rinsed off because there might be a little sticky soda on the outside. And then the last little step on this line is we're gonna dry off that water. We're picking it up can by can. We're throwing each can on the scale, making sure that our weight's where we want them to be, not too full and not too empty.
Just very Goldilocks, just right.
Just in that sweet spot. And then we throw them in the cardboard little case and we throw them onto the pallets. That's about it.
So I sort of feel like I'm sitting at this round table with the godfathers of Utah soda. This is the 3 partners who are the masterminds behind Taproot soda.
Jason and I met down here starting a brewery in Utah County. We both shared a mutual passion for crafting beverages at the highest level we possibly could. Jade got involved one year. We all went out to Denver to a big beer festival and got all introduced, and the 3 of us were naturally fell in line. We kind of all decided at the same time we wanted to work with each other. And then the idea for soda kind of fell about with me and Jason and Jade bumping heads together over a couple months. We thought there was maybe more of an opportunity and a need to have really well-crafted soda than there was as much of a need to have another well-crafted brewery.
Jade, why Taproot? Why that name?
We actually tossed around a couple ideas, but the Taproot is the main root that goes down, that provides all the nutrients for the plant.
Should we dive into some tasting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Start with the root beer first.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm so excited.
So the root beer is made with organic cane sugar. And the Blackberry Mint also has organic cane sugar. And then the lemon lime lavender and the lemongrass ginger are both local honey from Bagley Farms.
Oh my gosh. That's like crisp. It's refreshing. Okay, what are we gonna taste next?
Let's do lemon lime lavender.
I'm so excited.
And talking of spirits, I think this one goes really well with gin. There's a cocktail that we call a gimlet.
I mean, that is so good. And it's like got a wolf on the cover of it. Who came up with these?
We know a designer out of Austin, Texas, and she came up with the labels. Each one of them, they're different myths or stories that have one of the ingredients in it.
So next is Blackberry Spearmint, and this is probably our most popular right now. So it's not too minty. I think it's a good level of spearmint.
I mean, the blackberry, it's almost jammy.
This is one that does use sugar.
Okay.
We've tried playing with honey in it, but it just didn't shine through the way we wanted it to. So we do use sugar, but we've decided to use organic cane sugar.
I mean, when you taste it, you feel good. And so much goodness is going into a can of soda. I mean, it's unbelievable. One more thing I want to touch on, and then I'll let you guys get on with your lives. 1% of your proceeds go to a nonprofit. Is it a different nonprofit, and how do you choose them?
We have been giving to different nonprofits. Some of the nonprofits like Boys and Girls Club. Every year we're looking for new nonprofits to donate to.
I love it. Well, you put love in the evolution of soda, so just thanks so much.
Thanks, Katie.
Thank you.
Boom.